Hello sweet friends, welcome back to the channel. Today I am getting things done. I am working, as you can see, I'll be coloring this. I found this other one while I was putting things away. I had a little tray that I'm emptied out, and in the tray was this unfinished watercolor and doodling tree that I kind of like to put in my journals, which I'll be honest, I haven't even touched my journals these days. I have been so busy, like really busy. I don't have time to think, and by the time I get home, last night I got home. Today's Thursday. I got home like 5 minutes to 7, and I had to sit down for a little bit because I had been up, and it's all about go go go, and I was like, I noticed that Beth from Happy Place Crafting had her live, and I'm like, oh no. So I signed up and joined them for a little bit. Sophie is so freaking cute. One of the ladies was making a comment that they should have like a show together or something because they're so funny. But yeah, and it was like really a busy day. I don't know if I should vent about it, but my daughter's been staying with us now for almost a month, 3 weeks to a month now, with my two grandkids. And she had to register them, withdraw them first from the other school, and then register them in the new school. Well, that in the elementary school next to the house, which is 2 minutes in car, maybe 10 minutes to 15 minutes walking, that was no problem. They took my information, my ID, they pulled out from the system proof that I live here at this house, that I'm the owner, blah blah blah. So they were able to do that. So for my youngest grandson, that was not an issue. But when it came to my his sister, that was going to middle school, which is maybe 2 minutes walking, 3 minutes walking, that was something else. Because she's not getting any mail here at the house, so that became a whole thing. No, that you have to have something. So I pulled out the car insurance information, showing them that she's there under my address, right? Nope. They said nope, that wasn't good enough. Wait a minute, car insurance not good enough? And we were there for over an hour. Now, mind you, before we even went to the school to register the kids, we had gone to their doctor's appointment because they requested health checkup. And it didn't matter whether the kids had already seen the doctor a month prior. They needed to get a wellness checkup, I guess, whatever it is, when they went to see, when they were going to get registered to the school. And we made it there early, but at the doctor's office, at first it was like slow as molasses, and I'm like, oh no, we're not gonna make it on time to her appointment for the school. Well, guess what? As soon as the kids came out, they handed the paperwork to my daughter, which was amazing because the other lady had been waiting for 30 minutes. So, with that said, we rushed to the appointment, registered my grandson, and then went to the middle school to register my granddaughter. They didn't take the insurance, they didn't take that insurance paperwork, whatever. So I'm like, okay. But it occurred to my daughter, because she already had changed her debit card to the house address. It occurred to my daughter to check and see the USPS, US Postal Service, change of address, to see if she could do it on the website. She did. She had to pay $26 to get it done. When we submitted the paper, when she showed and forwarded the paper via email to the girl from the front desk, they accepted that. But it took my daughter almost an hour and a half at their office. My grandkids were like, we were all hungry. They were getting bored. You know how kids get. They were already getting bored. But they're well behaved. But they were telling me, when is this going to be over, Mama? I said, I don't know, baby. I don't know. We're trying to get Aaliyah registered, because that's my granddaughter's name. We're going to try to get Aaliyah registered. So she says, okay. So we got that done. Praise God that we did. Then we dropped the kids at the house, went and picked up some pizzas, because my husband had cooked, but he didn't know that we hadn't eaten, so that was that. So we went and grabbed some pizza, brought it over. Everybody was happy. And then I left to get the kids, with my daughter, obviously, the uniform, because I don't drive. We went to get the uniforms. So we were there like for 2 hours and a half, picking uniforms and trying to figure out which one was which. Thank goodness that she took pictures of the uniform colors and we could figure all that out. So now my daughter was kind enough that before we headed to Walmart, she says, Mommy, has been a long day. I'm gonna treat you. She took me out to eat, which was a blessing, a true blessing. And I was excited. She's not familiar with this area, so she's getting to know where the place is and the stuff is at. So that was nice. But this time it was just my middle child and me. I like to outline with the fine watercolor proof from Ohuhu. Yeah, because it makes it stand out. The pencil not too much, but yeah, the marker does make it stand out. So we went to eat and then we headed to Walmart with a full tummy, because that would have been a disaster. You can't go shopping with an empty stomach, because you start grabbing things you don't need. Which is the truth. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get this one finished, and then I'm gonna show you what I'm working on. Mainly has been organizing. You're gonna have to forgive that car with the horn going off constantly. It's my neighbor's car. It keeps on doing that. There you go. Like I said, it keeps on doing it. He turns it off and it turns back on again. I don't know if it doesn't even drive him crazy. I know it's been driving us crazy because sometimes that thing goes off at night. So I hope you're all doing well. I was so busy. I forgot that I had an appointment yesterday. That's how bad it's been. I didn't go to my doctor's. So she called concerned because I didn't make it to the appointment. Oh, yeah. I hope all doing well. You need to be scheduled. You didn't come. Oh, yeah. Isn't that pretty, though? Look at that. I love watercolor. This is indeed one of my favorite mediums. I do have acrylic paint. I have that Arteza. But my daughter has used it on canvases to do, and actually I have too used it on canvases. I did that SpongeBob painting, and I did also the painting that was inspired by my oldest granddaughter. Yeah, but that's that. And my favorite is the watercolor. And I still have enough paint here. And you're probably saying, why don't you wash it? No, I don't want to waste my paint. As long as it's good and I can continue painting, I'm just going to continue using it. Yeah, I just got to just water it a little bit and that's it. And it's good to go. As you can see, look how pretty that is. So, then what have I been doing? Y'all saw that I've been working on getting my room kind of organized because you don't know what works and what doesn't work unless you just, dealing with things. And like I said, my eyesight has been really bad. And so I needed to be able to see the names on the dies. And that was an issue. So I like to doodle on my trees because these goes on my personal journal. It doesn't have to be nothing special. See? And what else? Oh, today I'm going to be working on my stickers. I have 2 bins. I don't recall where I got them. I don't know if that was at I think it was at Walmart, to be honest. I think it was at Walmart. And I have all my stickers there. All of them. Because I don't know if y'all recall, for those that have been here since my channel started, I started purging a lot of things. And a lot of the things that I purged was 3-dimensional stickers. Because I wanted to keep everything kind of... My journals, I want to keep them flat, and they will actually expand a little bit because you're adding stuff to it, and you imagine it being 3-dimensional, so it would have been like, like a fan, and I really didn't want to do that. So I have everything in protective sleeves by themes. And I just want to put a big white label, and then just with a marker. It doesn't have to be, because I have the, what's it called, the Brother Touch, for labeling, but I don't want to do it that way. I probably want to just go ahead and use a thick, bold letter, and then a white label that I can actually write what it is, like ocean, beach, food, because I like to use that kind of categories. And I think that's what I'm gonna do today. And as much as I love crafting, I think my first love has always been organizing. I don't know why, but I like to put everything orderly that works for me, especially here in my craft room. My craft room is not Pinterest worthy, guys, but it's okay because I love it. And my husband would not have it any other way. He loves to have me in the same room with him. So he's watching TV and I'm just crafting away. But like I said, life has gotten a little bit hectic. When the kids starts to school, I might see a touch of I don't know how to say it. You know, like that I can breathe a little. Like I said, my grandkids are well behaved. I can't say nothing bad about them. I love them. And it's just, let's see if I can say it without sounding mean. And I don't want to be mean because, like I said, they haven't done nothing wrong. But my living room, the rest of my house, one day Beth asked me if I was a minimalist. And I said, yes, I am. I'm a minimalist. So now you can understand where I'm going. My crafty corner has different types of crafts that I do. Watercolor, and I have tons of things for watercolor. Mixed media, vintage for my journals, as you can understand. Bead making, which I haven't touched in a little bit, for die cutting. So you would understand that my crafty corner is a little bit, even though it's organized, has a lot of stuff in it, because I do, my channel is not about one thing. It's about different things that I do. And my solitude, or the place that I can actually have a little bit of a mind where it was a little bit more relaxed, was in the rest of the house, because of the fact that I did not have any clutter there. I didn't have a lot of stuff in there. So it was just a little sofa, a TV stand with a TV, and the dog bed, basically. A little bookcase where I had my what's it called, the books for recipes. That's it. But now I have a sleeper sofa that I had to purchase because it was breaking my heart to see them sleep on the floor. And when they're sleeping, you have to pull the sleeper sofa, so all the cushions and everything is all over the place. I have a huge dresser now. I have an extra TV in the living room because they watch different things. Their mom watched one things and the kids are watching something else. So yeah, so as you can see, I think that's the reason why I decided that when I wanted to sketch or have a little bit of peace in my mind, I needed to go to a coffee shop. Here's some relaxing music. Take a sip of coffee and sketch away and let my daughter do her writing. Sadly, I mean, not that it's a bad thing, she started school this week, so I guess it's just gonna be the weekends again, which I don't mind. I'm happy with that. And yeah, it's just that I'm looking for a little escape out of the chaos. Like when Dawn does her walk, I'm pretty sure that's extremely relaxing to her. And when she comes back home, she's renewed. That's what I look for. I can't go out walking because it's so hot in Florida right now that it's killing me. But yeah, that's basically what's going on. Another thing that I want to do is that I'm trying to get rid of I got me this. Let me show it to you guys because I didn't do a, what's it called, a haul video, because I'll be honest, it's the only thing I got. Well, actually, I got me a pretty cup with flowers and butterflies to drink water, because I need to drink a lot more water. So I'm gonna have to wait for that to dry a little bit, and then I'll just go ahead and use the white marker. I got this. It's a sticker book. I've had stickers for the longest time in little packets. Unfortunately, I try to use some of them. Let me show it to you really quick. Let me get up and grab it. Okay, at least I didn't throw them away, but because these are good for Happy Mail, to put little things in it. These are like embossed, real pretty. And I've had this for years, and I said, well, I don't want to shuffle through them, I just want to put them in a book. Well, I was able to do that with some of these. This is a, I guess you can call it a sticker book, and I ordered it because that's all I wanted to do. I wanted to place the stickers here, get rid of the packages. Now you're going to encounter this problem that I'm having, is that these particular ones do not stick to this. So what I ordered is repositionable adhesive. So hopefully that won't damage my sticker book. And I'm waiting for it to get here. So I love these stickers. I just don't want to throw them out. But yeah, as you can see, it will stick to each other, but it won't stick to the book. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of repositionable glue in the back to see if it can hold it down and it doesn't come out. But this is gonna come out, this one right here. So it's the same thing because they're the same texture. And I got these when I was in Puerto Rico, and I got them through a Etsy shop, I think it was. And I don't know if these are from Japan, but they're so darn cute. I love these stickers. So as you can see, once I move this page, everything is gonna fall. And then I continue to take the ones that I was able to stick here. Fine. This, I'm having the same issue with this. These are just little loaves of bread. See? They raise up. Little loaves of bread. And then Choco Cat. And it was relaxing. I did that on the table in my kitchen. But now everybody's over there, so because they spent their a few days with their grandmother, and I was able to go to the living room while my husband was watching TV, and do all these. I have to stay here now in my room, and I'm taking them out of packages and putting them in this book, so I can just flip and grab to decorate my journals. So about my journals, I feel that I'd rather be organized, so that way I have a nicer workflow when it comes to the journals. And that's exactly what the reason why I need to label my stickers, get rid of all these that are loose, and glue them down, or put them here. Yeah, so as you can see, I got rid of this packet, and I'm not tossing that. I'm not tossing this either. I think I can use this for junk journal. So that was that. 4 packets, and I have this other one that I have to deal with too. And these are extremely old. 1994. 1994, guys. There goes that alarm again. That honk is driving me crazy. All right. So I guess that's it. I'm just gonna finish. Let me just finish doodling. I think it could be dry by now. Put a little bit of the doodling on this side. So that's the update. As far as my health goes, I don't know what to say, because my sugars are being really good. But I can only, time will tell when they do the blood work to see how my A1C is doing. And see what happens. Because I'm sorry. My sugars have been really good. I've been trying to take care of myself, but I'll be honest, when I went to that restaurant, they offered us something that my daughter and I never had. It was like a pineapple a la mode, but it not pineapple, apple a la mode, but it was like a empanada, and it was, I guess it was baked in the oven, so it didn't have a crust, but it was filled with apples in the inside, and it was shaped like a half moon, I guess. Guys, and that ice cream was so creamy, and I think it had cinnamon on it. Lord have mercy, guys. Lord have mercy. I had a taste of that, and that threw my sugars off. But I have no regrets. I'm gonna be honest, I have no regrets, because I've been doing so good since April. My doctor told me, oh, whenever you have desire to eat a little bit of rice or do this, do it, because you only have one life to live, but don't overdo it. So for example, she says, you know how you can grab serving for rice, those big spoons for serving, the rice. So instead of grabbing 3 of those, just serve yourself a little bit less than 1 cup. Well, I don't eat rice. And I had rice yesterday. And I think it was less than a cup because that thing was a little portion of rice. And had a chicken breast. And I can't have shrimp. But the only way that I can eat shrimp is if it's fried, I guess tempura or something. They'll put like a coating of something that makes it really crunchy. Guys, that was so delicious. And I'm allergic to shrimp. But I can have that. I just can't have the other one. The one that tastes like seawater or something. Because it gets really bad. My asthma will kick in. There. And so now, yeah. So it's been a while that I haven't been able to chit chat with you and let you know, because I've been so busy. So busy. But now, like I said, things might slow down a little bit for me once the kids go to the school, and yeah, should get better. It should. Wishful thinking. Guys, wishful thinking. I've been watching Darcy. Hi, Darcy, if you're watching. She's been struggling with her health. I'm in the same boat. My hands at night are been hurting really bad, and my feet are like twitching on their own and getting cramped up. It's really bad. I guess it's because I'm not having that much of a rest. I don't know. But I'm not one to tell the doctor, because she's going to start giving me more pills. And I don't want pills. I'm sick and tired of them. There. I'm doing really good with the ones that I have been, taking, and I don't want any more drugs. That's enough for me. I'm tired of it. And so she's been purging and organizing her craft corner, her craft room. She's doing really good. I applaud that, because it's good for the mental health. That's what I say. I love organizing, so it's good for me. I love when if I can't sit down and do this, for example, and have a little playtime for myself, then I like to do this, which is, put things away in an orderly fashion. That makes me happy. So that brings, you have to do what it brings you joy. That's what it comes down to. It boils down to that. Do what brings you joy, whether it's organizing, crafting, binding, purging. Whatever brings you joy is what you do. Because none of these things that we have here in this earth are we going to take with us when we die. None of it. So enjoy it now while you can. And that's my say on that. You came naked to this world, you're going to end up with some clothing. God knows if it's going to fit or not. You're not taking that either, because the worms are going to eat it. So, why not enjoy and do what you love the most? this is something that makes me happy. Watercolor, organizing, doodling. And I'm gonna do it. I am going to do it. Let me show you something. As you can see, this is a darker color, and the white will stand out more on the darker color than on the lighter color, as you can see. You can still see the difference, but I'm just showing you how it will stand out more here than on this one. And I muted my music. I'm listening to autumn vibes because I haven't been watching videos. The only one that I was able to see last night was, no, actually this morning, I think it was Darcy's. I have to catch up with my friends' videos. But life has gotten complicated, and I know Beth has issues as well, and I hope that all goes well, and pray that everything turns out good and she's happy. A little bit of a highlight. I think that's cute. What do you guys think? Then I just got to fuzzy cut it, and like always, I ink it with the Vintage Photo Distress ink. Yeah. So that's it, my friends. It was a lot of a chit chat and letting you know what I've been doing. That's all for today. So hopefully I have a little, besides this, I have a little project that I want to do, and I have it set it here on the side, right here on the side. So once I get it done, I'll show you how I did it and what it is, and then I'll make a video. So I love you guys. If you like the content of the video and you would like to help my channel, please give me a like. That shows your support. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Leave me a comment. We all have struggles, indeed. But my mind is, I don't want to stay stuck in my struggles. I want to do something to get all this mental burdens out of my existence by putting it in on creative purpose. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, because that way you are notified when I upload new videos. And as always, stay safe and craft away. I love you guys. Bye.